George Soros' bad bet on progressive DAs from the Philadelphia Citizen.
With all the anti-Semitism we're seeing the anti-Semitism of using George Soros again. It's disgusting.
Mr. Ranking Member, not every criticism of George Soros is anti-Semitic.
Welcome back to Tracking That, a channel where we try to track what liberals are saying but end up not being able to as usual, and in this video it's on Matt Gaetz destroying Jerry Nadler for, God forbid, using the name George Soros in a sentence. Apparently, if we criticize the Jewish billionaire, it is automatic anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism, or the hatred of Jews, is a word that we keep hearing more and more often after Hamas attacked Israel and Israel's subsequent attacks on Gaza. This war is of little interest to myself and the United States, so I don't like getting into discussions or involved in something that has little effect on me. But of course, the campus protests have turned almost into a BLM-style movement, and legislation is getting brought forth affecting all of us. And as a strong America First individual, there's nothing more that irritates me when my First Amendment is restricted. The anti-Semitism bill that got passed yesterday directs the Department of Education to use the definition from the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, which is headquartered in Germany, when enforcing federal anti-discrimination laws. So to summarize, we are now using foreign governments to make laws that restrict speech on American citizens. And whether you're on Israel's or Palestine's side, this should irritate you. The bill is too broad, so any legitimate criticism of Israel could have the speech be limited. And on the IHRA website, it gives examples of what anti-Semitism is, and that would also be held under the law. So an example would be denying the Holocaust, criticizing the Holocaust, or stating that Jews killed Jesus. And this is irritating a lot of Christians like myself. But anyways, this time I think a court will strike this down because of the blatant First Amendment violation. Maybe it'll take a while, but this is ridiculous. George Soros, a billionaire Jewish man, is known to give away money to woke prosecutors and thought to be behind these campus protests, since a lot of the protesters weren't from the school. And Matt Gaetz, one of the best congressmen now, a man who voted against the anti-Semitism bill, dared to say his name, and Jerry Nadler, or should I say Jerry Nagler, because of all he does is nag and complain, started whining, saying any criticism of Soros is anti-Semitic. A complete dolt.
This will be my last, Mr. Chairman. I have an additional unanimous consent request.
Gentleman is recognized.
George Soros prosecutors wage war on law and order at heritage.org.
Without objection.
Philadelphia's Soros-funded district attorney deceived court to get murderer off death row from the Washington Examiner.
Without objection.
George Soros' bad bet on progressive DAs from the Philadelphia Citizen.
Without objection. While we're keeping Mr. Klein waiting, you all have been here for a couple hours. If you need a break, just let us know. We can certainly give you a chance for a break.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
I just want to say that with all the anti-Semitism we're seeing the anti-Semitism of using George Soros again. It's disgusting.
Point of privilege. Mr. Ranking Member, not every criticism of George Soros is anti-Semitic. The criticisms deal with public policy and the matters of rising crime with DAs. I don't know anything about Mr. Soros' faith. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.